guys, it's Nathara at CrowSong Lodge, and I'm keep kicking my tripod. I'm so sorry. I am doing Ethony Dawn's 31 Days of Tarot Challenge. Still way behind, but now I am doing day 11. And today we're talking about the Oracle decks that you want to work more with in 2018. And I actually have my Oracle decks with me, so I can show you what I'm talking about, which is really cool. So I've already talked about some of them, and I think I've showed them to you on my Oracle decks that I've acquired in 2017 that I'm super excited about having. But I'll also go over them really briefly here and why I plan to work with them. So the first one, naturally, is my very favorite Oracle deck ever, and that's my Medicine Card deck by Jamie Sands and David Carson. This is the one that I kind of cut my teeth on as far as Oracle decks go. Way back when I was like in junior high or something, and I absolutely love it. It's based on Native American folklore and beliefs, and it talks about animal medicine and animal totems, and kind of what lessons that they bring you. And so you can see we have, there's turkey here, and the cards are really lovely. And here's Hawk for you. I'm handling them kind of weird because some of these cards are reversed. And these cards were my introduction to working with animal energy and animal spirits. And so they really hold a very special place in my heart. And a few years ago, I discovered that they added 4 new cards to the deck. And so, of course, I had to buy a new edition of the deck because I needed these new animals in my deck, because otherwise my life would be completely incomplete. And one of those, of course, is Jaguar. And so, like I said, I absolutely adore this deck, and it's hard for me to go without having it. And here's Beaver. And one of the really neat things about this deck is that they include the stories and the myths as well, and then show how they apply to the animal's biology and behavior, and how you can extrapolate that into your real life and learn lessons from it that way. So that's one of my favorite decks ever, and I absolutely adore it. We've already talked about the Angelarium deck that I'm absolutely in love with. It has very Kabbalistic views of the angels, and you can see here this is Nitsa, and I'm just going to make a pile of cards on my desk. This is going to be fabulous. And Tiferet, I keep pulling Tiferet as an example, so I'm sure that means something to me. But this artwork is absolutely stunning. Here's Hod. And this deck I really want to work more with because I do love the artwork so much. Ooh, here, check out Zachariel. I just said that totally wrong. But the cards are actually, the way the interpretations are written are actually kind of awkward to interpret in day-to-day situations. So I want to work more with the deck to learn more exactly how to apply it in everyday life, like how best to employ this deck, because I do want to get it into regular rotation. And I really believe that it isn't so much like this deck is hard to use, it's more like I am not asking it the right questions or employing it the right way. So I really want to see exactly how I want to integrate it so it can fulfill its role perfectly in my life, and thus enhance everything and make everything better, because that's what it wants to do, and that's what I want it to do. So we should work together more to figure out how to do that, right? And that's how you should approach everything in your life. And then another one that I want to work more with, of course, is the Enchanted Map Oracle that I just got. This one is by Colete Baron-Reid, and it is based on storytelling elements. These elements are pervasive throughout all of mythology, throughout all of time, but the illustrations and the way they're phrased really tell me about like fairy tales and like 80s movies. So this is the Wishing Well. And then here is Talisman. It's a beautiful card as well. And here is the Wizard of Awareness, which is kind of how I envision myself. And then some magic prayer for you. And so this is just a really neat deck. Here's your Sad Embrace. Isn't that beautiful? That was very like frown-like right there. But I just really love the storytelling elements that are in this, and it kind of tells me, oh, there's Deep Freeze, check that out. That's a little like Narnia-esque there. But I love the storytelling elements and the whole idea of like framing whatever trial and tribulation you're going through or whatever experience you're currently having as an element in the story that is your own epic life unfolding is a really fun way to view what you're going through. It may be a little egocentric, it may be a little self-centered, self-aggrandizing, but why not? It's your life and it's your story and you are the main character in it, or at least you should be. So why not tell that as a story? And stories are so integral to the human experience. That's like what our entire lives revolve all around. Stories we tell about ourselves, the stories we tell about each other, the stories about what we say about what we're going through. So definitely a deck I want to work with more. And the last one I want to, and since I'm not using my phone as a camera, I can actually show you the actual app I have, is the Druid Plant and Animal Oracle that I got through Fool's Dog on my phone. It's like $4 or $5, and it actually has both the Druid Animal Oracle and the Druid Plant Oracle in it. And I'm able to just draw a card at random and then study that card. And it pulls from both decks, and in my readings I can use both decks as well. So I'm really looking forward to learning both decks more, because I haven't really worked with either one all that much, and having it as an app on my phone is going to make it super easy for me to study the decks more, and I'm excited to get to know them better that way. So those are the Oracle decks that I'm really looking forward to working with more in 2018, and I'm sure I'll be picking up more along the way. But don't tell my honey that. Anyway, so those are the decks I'm going to be working more with. I'm really looking forward to the decks that everyone else is looking forward to working with more, because I might have a problem here. But I don't want any help with it at all. I love my problem. So I will talk to you guys later. This is Nathara at CrowSong Lodge, and I can't wait to hear what you guys have to say about today's challenge. So talk to you later. Bye.